Has the world changed completely after 2020? Or is it just me? I've noticed drivers in the East Coast US are less patient, honk at the slightest delay, weave in and out of traffic like it's a game, and speed like it's no tomorrow. Boomer here. For me, things are mostly getting back to normal, but there are a few things that make it still feel different. At the same time, businesses can't find people and people can't find jobs. It's weird. Inflation like we are seeing is disorientating. Not really knowing your personal cost of living is almost scary. I'm starting to see nice exceptions, but the overall loss of service in the food industry was shocking to me. I don't know of any other time where it was common to walk into a Burger King and be greeted by gross dysfunction. This is getting better. I'm confident we will get back to normal, but technology and the rest of it will just bring on new changes. I think it has become more lonely. Maybe you're just getting older and going from teen 20s innocence into more adult life. The world has been this way since forever. Things have become worse, yes, but it's not the first time. It won't be the last. It's a downturn that people have had to deal with for millennia. I'm off since 2015. Maybe you just got older. The world has always been crazy. Not completely, no. For most people, life is basically back to the way it was. It's just you. Could you give examples? I would say the world was better before 9/11, but maybe it's just me. Shit seems the same to me from a 43-year-old's perspective. How old are you? There were and will always definitely be problems, but it's very true that basic life in the developed world before 9/11 was more attainable than now. It has become gradually more expensive since then. The depression and anger you see is because wages haven't kept up with costs for a variety of reasons, and now less people than before can live a certain lifestyle, so they are depressed. Some people contend that the time period being hearkened to with these criticisms was an unusual period in history that most people should try to forget. It will never be that way again. Minimum wage jobs will never be what they were literally implemented to be ever again. You'll never see normal, average people who make less than $70K ever be able to justify a buying new car ever again. But you should be happy because you pay $10 a month for an iPhone and technology allows you to have a microwave and Netflix. Anybody who complains deserves to go to a slum in Costa Rica. Ooh yeah, that's depressing. We've been out in our places, dude, in 50s can tell. Not necessarily 2020, but ever since the year started, prices for bread have not yet returned to normal. It's like a 20-50 increase on the brands I buy. That's the only thing I noticed and actively paid attention to. The Cubs won the World Series in 2016. I'm fairly certain that was the start of the apocalypse. Things have always been getting worse, but only in 2020 did things start to get way worse. Personally, my underlying anxiety is worse. I didn't even realize this until a few months ago. I worry about the future more than I used to, but often for arbitrary reasons rather than things that matter. In terms of the world, I observe that a lot of people are more oddly self-centered and less patient than they used to be. Those small social niceties and gestures have eroded drastically in my opinion. It's more likely that people want apologize for rudeness, jump over ticket barriers to avoid paying on public transport, things like that. No. I don't know. It's still 2018, right? Maybe my tolerance for rudeness and assholes has decreased measurably over the past 5 years. But I think basic civility has gone in the shitter entirely. Personally, I blame everyone with a camera wanting to film assettery antics for karma.